Most times it's really difficult in order to get something overturned, especially when it's been, 6 or 9 months since the last set of eyes was on it. But we'll extend our best foot forward because it is a referral, and I want to make sure that I take care of all my people, regardless of whether or not they've got a legitimate shot or not.
A couple guys in first class on a flight from New York to Los Angeles, kind of making small talk, killing time, flirting with the flight attendants. 30,000 feet above, could be Oklahoma. Just a bunch of square cornfields and wheat farms, man.
Good morning, boys. It is Thursday, March 19th. It's about 70 degrees today, so we've got a handful of inspections that need to be performed. Got one in Darien, got a second one in Bolingbrook. Third one will be in Darien again, and then I am heading over to a property in Lockport. So should be a good day. Should have some solid content ready to roll for you guys. Excited to finally be done with winter. It sounds like, based on the weather reports, we shouldn't be expecting anything for the next several weeks as we get into the spring months. So excited for the season to finally start up and have a ton of great content coming your way. Alrighty, we are out in Darien, Illinois right now. The roof is absolutely demolished. This is the second time we've been up on this structure over the last couple years. So large hail hits here. Just to show you what we're working with here. This is a referral from our insurance agent that I've worked with since 2018. Great damage. So all the gutters are also smoked. There's some window wraps that will need to be done, and we'll get them taken care of. All right, guys, just wrapping up that first inspection for the morning. Homeowner was super cool. I've met with him in the past. We'd been on his roof maybe 3-4 years ago. And at that time, his roof was just old. And I recommended, hey, let's just keep our eye on it. There's not enough in order to satisfy a claim. So anyways, he kept my information. Literally, first thing he said is, Justin, I'm so happy you're here. I kept your card for a reason. We're going with you regardless of what you say right now. So just wanted to give you that peace of mind. Throw a yard sign out front. Let's do this thing. So anyways, we walked around the entire property. I pointed out all the damage. The gutters were smoked, downspouts smoked, screens smoked, aluminum window wraps were also smoked. Got up on top of the roof and it's just annihilated. So I took a bunch of great photos and some video, and I'll make sure to upload that in this video. But just a great meeting. We wrapped up basically with him saying, hey, I'm really good friends with the 4 surrounding neighbors. I know that they all have yard signs out front, but they're all gonna back out and end up going with you just because of your professionalism and everything like that. So great way to win this thing over, and hopefully we can get some more business right then and there in the surrounding neighbors. Just past this house here, we've already secured 2 other contracts. So we'll be in this pocket in Darien for quite some time over the next couple months. I'm excited in order to help out however I'm needed. So I'll keep you updated. I'm heading to Bolingbrook now. A similar situation. We were referred out. We should get that contract. We should get that agreement rolling. Just going through that area already a couple days back. There's good damage. So I'll keep you updated on that one. We'll go from there. All right, guys, we are out here in Bolingbrook, Illinois for our second inspection of the day. Homeowner's very polite, very well-maintained home, very concerned with the condition of the house. So we'll do our best. You can see everything's well kept in terms of landscaping. And if you look here, you can see some large dents and dings from the hail that hit. So lots of great spatter. I don't see any cracked panels of siding. If I do though, I'll be certain to point them out. All right, so here's one. Here, just get a rough measurement. I believe this this panel of siding is discontinued. Yeah, so it's a double 4.5 traditional lap. So if we get an approval on this left elevation of the house, we should be set in terms of replacement of the entirety of the structure. So some good overview photos. Check out this deck. You can see it's pretty fresh paint, but a lot of times if the damage is there, it's there. So, finding some hits on the floorboards. Make sure we can get everything. And then this area here is pretty well covered, so I imagine that the panels up top are going to show some damage, so I'll take photos of that to be repainted as well. Go check out this left elevation now. Now I don't have a ladder right now, but these rear elevation window wraps are likely damaged as well. We'll make sure to point that out to the adjuster when we're out here next. See if these downspouts on this right elevation are damaged. I doubt it, but it's always best to look anyways. Yeah. Directionality here was pretty robust, so it looks like the rear and the left elevation are showing the damage right now. Ooh, interesting. So one portion of the house has a gray fascia and the opposite side shows white. So we will get this ladder going and we'll go from there. Time for the little Hyperlite Little Giant 28-footer. If you're looking for a quality ladder, extension ladder, I'm telling you, I've owned aluminum and I've owned fiberglass, and this Hyperlite by Little Giant is just untouchable. So you're gonna pay a lot more for this particular model of ladder, but it's very, very robust, like you'd expect with a fiberglass ladder, but it's much lighter than a traditional fiberglass ladder. It's slightly heavier than an aluminum, so it's kind of like the best of both worlds. It's a good medium. I swear by it. I know a lot of guys that are real seasoned in this industry. They prefer this particular ladder for two stories because a lot of times, especially in Illinois where it's high winds, you're gonna have issues with the aluminum frame ladders blowing and moving. And this thing kind of prevents that from happening. And you're not really stuck lugging around a 100-pound ladder like you would with fiberglass. So if you're in the market and can drop $600 on a new ladder, this one is the best there is. Let's see where we can get set up. I prefer to go right there. Yeah, we'll do that. And no, we won't. A little too aggressive. We'll come on this rear slope over here. Boom, boom, boom. And when the soil's wet like this, it's best to just pull out the cleats of the ladder so you don't have to worry about any slipping and sliding once you have it set up at the base. Get it all nice and neat. Pull out these cleats. And let's take a trip. Soft soil, always jump on the ladder a couple steps here. I always take a photo of the ladder setup. I don't know why I do that, I just do. Looks like there's gutter guards, so we won't be able to tie into the gutter line, but hopefully we're still good. Okay. These are some nice gutter helmets. Yeah, I'm seeing it right away. So, boom, 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 boom. Yeah, this thing's peppered. 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't see these very frequently. Chicagoland. Solar. Measure out some of these boots. Looks like there's 2. Got a 3-inch here. A 4-inch here. Looks like 2 kitchen vents. I believe these were probably reused from the original roof if I had to guess. They look rough. So, put a B for back. Get some good photos. Let the customer know it's time to file this claim. And we're on to the next one. I think we're going home or going next. Here is the front. Boom, 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 boom. These lighter colored shingles really do show a lot more damage than most other shingle colors. I understand why people go with these. The ambient sunlight is a lot less aggressive on a lighter colored shingle compared to like a black or a darker shingle color. Here's the ridge cap, but they definitely show more damage. So, oh, I almost forgot to take photos of this thing. The patio. Some good damage here. Alrighty, I'm gonna hop down and have a conversation. We'll go from there. All right, guys, just wrapping up that second inspection over in Bolingbrook. Nice, sweet older lady. You could tell she's just been through the ringer with guys knocking on her door incessantly. Just driving through this pocket here. It looks like there's like 1 to 2 inch hail. So with that, a lot of guys are knocking in these areas knowing that the damage is good enough in order to satisfy a claim. So they work these areas a lot harder than the norm. But that being said, I mean, we're in a good position to earn that job. I was able to plant a yard sign out front. She'll be calling her insurance company and letting us know how we can help her from here moving forward. So looking forward to working with her. Now I'm heading over to my third for the day, which is in Darien, Illinois, about a 10-minute drive from here. I imagine that this will be some really substantial damage too, just based on the 3 or 4 that I've been on in this pocket that I'm heading to. And then after that, we're heading out to Homer Glen, I believe, in order to check out another property there too. So I'll see what I can do in terms of videoing this next inspection. I'll be sure to add it into the queue, and hopefully we can get this whole entire video uploaded by the end of the day today, so that it can be edited and then posted on YouTube first thing Monday. So we'll go from there. Alrighty guys, we are out on our 3rd inspection here in Darien. Homeowners saying that they had like tennis ball sized hail, so we'll check it out here. We're gonna go elevation by elevation, get a quick front facing photo here. Super sweet lady, another referral. This is a forever home, so just looking for the best value for the dollar kind of a thing, which makes sense to me. There's a really good hit right here on this custom done fascia. So this fascia is really well done. It looks like they did a brake buddy with a custom counter brake. Don't see those very often, it's very rare. So quality contractor that did that kind of work. Now there are gutter guards on this, so it might be difficult in order to find some hail hits, but we'll still check it out. Referral partner here I've known since 2018, and so we were chatting with the customer mostly about that relationship. It should be an excellent opportunity for us to secure the sale. Pretty much a lay down here, so super blessed. There are some large indentations in the grass here where you could see some of this hail that hit, and like I said, she was telling me, hey, there was tennis ball sized hail. I always make sure to get some photos of the very nice vegetation and landscaping so that my guys know, hey, this is a homeowner that cares. You can see all the spatter marks on this PVC deck. Don't really see anything in terms of damage to the, at least on this rear elevation. Good hits on these downspouts. Some photos there. Let's check out this old aluminum clad window. See if there's anything here. Looks like they were painted. They look like they were probably pretty well protected. The hail was almost falling straight down on this entire storm here in this pocket. So I'm not really finding a lot of surrounding collateral on most of these downspouts, just because a lot of the overhangs are 2 feet plus. But we'll keep checking it out. Always make sure to supplement for detach and reset of the bird nest. It's a good way to get a little bit of overhead and profit. You get the bird involved, and then you've got to rebuild the nest, and everybody kind of wins, because the bird ends up with a new house, right? And then the homeowner ends up with new downspouts and gutters in that area. So it's a win-win for everybody involved with that. Ladder time. Gonna set up in the grass over here. All right, right off the bat, I'm seeing broken gutter screens, gutter guards, so we'll get that taken care of. Holy cow, this is some good damage here. Look at this. Bang. Bang. Yeah, this is legit. Very legit. Wow. Let's get the meter out. So this is 3-inch here. It's smoked. It's definitely a totaled out roof here. Let's get up on the main structure. So here's a rarity too. I don't normally see a damaged kitchen vent, but you can see there's a pretty large hit there. And then a ripped shingle here from the hail. This thing is absolutely totaled. Got a 3-inch there. The chimney flashing, we'll need a cricket here. So we'll build up a cricket here just because of the width of the chimney. It looks like it's 34 inches. Get a count going. Feels like there's some soft wood here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Got 8. 1, 3, and 1, 4. And the reason I mark all this is just so that if I don't come out here, my pre-con's already done. So I can give a quote immediately knowing that I have all the components already taken care of. Same thing with like supplementation. So if I need photos to provide to the adjuster, post adjustment date, I have that. This will probably be close to, if not in excess of 20 feet. Yeah, so that's 10 there. Yeah, 20 feet. So, get that marked. Some really good damage here on this left slope here. I mean, you do not see this very often. Especially like with a semi-covered structure right here. There's big trees that overhang in this area, so these branches are obstructing the penetration from the hail or the directionality of the hail. This is a huge hit on this ridge here. And then I'm not just marked that this area is soft. There'll probably be a couple sheets of plywood here that need to be addressed. Again, I don't need to do this, but I choose to do it just because it helps out my production team and it helps with a smooth transition from me giving them the file to then building accordingly. So now we're looking for like the smaller stuff, the more difficult hanging fruit. So I'll take photos of these damaged gutter guards and we'll get these paid and then replaced accordingly. And just exercising a little bit of discipline and going slow with these smaller components can be the difference of $3,000, $5,000, even $7,000. And you really don't learn that until you've been in this industry for a little while. You know, picking up at every single component over the series of a very large storm can be the difference of making 150 grand or 250 grand. And I know that sounds crazy, but if you're paid on the profit, you want to make sure that you turn in as profitable a job as possible so that the cap outs reflect a good payday. This is left. Front. Again, this area is soft, so just gotta be careful. Right. And notice, I mean, not all of the hits are of the same size and diameter. Guys get really wrapped around only looking for the 3 or the 4-inch hail, but when you look at a hail swath, all you're given is an average. So an average is adding up all of the size diameters of stone and dividing by that number of stone, just like you would do in math, right? So there could be 1/2-inch hail that's mixed into a 3-inch storm, and there could be 6-inch hail. So just be patient, think about that, use your brain, and if adjuster's pushing back, leverage that knowledge. Say, hey, this is just an average. Some of the stuff we're going to be circling is only going to be 1-inch. Some of it will be 6-inch. Oh, I'm glad I checked this area out too. So this is a different kind of gutter guard, but it's still damaged, so we'll get it photoed. Alrighty, I think we're wrapped up here. A lot of ridge vent here mixed in with a lot of turtles. get a last measurement here of all the ridge vent. So far we've measured out 20. That puts us at 25 there. That puts us at 35. 45. 50. And let's round it up to 60 linear feet of ridge vent. I'll take a photo of that real quick and we'll be on our way. 60LF R vent. Take a little overview. And we're out of here. Alrighty, let's wrap this up. We'll talk to the customer and we'll go from there. All right, guys, just wrapping up a final inspection over in Darien. There was golf ball and softball size hail indentations in the shingles with holes all throughout. So I urged the homeowner to reach out to their insurance company and get the ball rolling. So she let me throw a yard sign out front too. So 3 for 3 so far on that today. Super stoked. So we'll get out there, we'll get her taken care of with the insurance adjuster, see how we can provide some value to the insurance adjuster, point out all the construction related aspects of the project so that we can work towards a full approval on that thing. So yeah, that was a really good one. Separate to that, I am heading over to Lockport now, Lockport/Homer Glen, and gonna go check out this roof. It was initially denied back in October by the insurance carrier. The homeowner had hired a contractor/PA, and on the date of the adjuster meeting, the guy never showed up and then never responded to any phone calls or text messages or emails. So that tells me he probably likely got out of the industry or fired or wasn't interested at all in earning the project. So anyways, we'll check this thing out, and if need be, I'll chalk it up as a total loss and submit the photos and a detailed inspection report and estimate to the insurance carrier to see if we can get a re-inspection with a new adjuster out there so that we can meet with them and hopefully get this thing overturned. Most times it's really difficult in order to get something overturned, especially when it's been 6 or 9 months since the last set of eyes was on it. But we'll extend our best foot forward because it is a referral, and I want to make sure that I take care of all my people regardless of whether or not they've got a legitimate shot or not. And then as soon as we're wrapped up with that, that'll be the end of my day today with inspections and work-related appointments. After that, I've got to knock out some personal stuff, and we'll roll into tomorrow with another very busy day. So I'll keep the content coming. I'm sure I'll shoot some video while I'm up on this roof, and we'll go from there. All right, guys. Final inspection of the afternoon here. Lockport, Illinois. Just walked all the elevations. Doesn't look like there are any hits to the downspouts or vinyl siding. So let's see what we can find up on the roof. But this is a homeowner that filed a claim and then got ghosted by the contractor. Then they were denied by the insurance carrier. So we're trying to see if we can set them up with a re-inspection. Again, never hop on a roof that has gutter brackets because you'll damage the brackets. So always hop up from a rake. Yeah, this is wild goose chase here. Very, very small hail. Figured. We'll let the customer know and just be respectful about it. Say, hey, there's not really a whole lot we can do here. You can hear the contractor that was out here originally was trying to mark up very, very small hail. I mean, we're talking 1/2 inch maybe in diameter. So roof is old though. I mean, it's definitely got some kind of a ventilation issue. So I'll just tell her, hey, you've got an active leak and it's already failing. It's probably a safe bet to get this thing replaced in the near future. So all the gutters are beat to heck. I don't know if you can see right here, but the runs are just demolished from fallen tree branches over the years. So that's 1 turtle vent. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. We've got 1 3-inch and 1 4-inch. Got an old chimney flashing. And we've got an old power fan. Looks like it's likely reused from years ago. This thing might be older than me. So we'll do some test squares. We'll be out of here. And for you guys wondering, this area hasn't gotten hit with a legitimate storm in several years, so that's why I'm making such a quick assessment here. Everybody that's been involved here has been wasting their time. So, on to the next one. Alrighty, boys, just wrapped up with that last inspection. It was a test square for a customer that had been denied. Just looking at the property, there was no supporting collateral or even spatter marks. So those are 2 indicators that I take into account before I hop up on the roof. Hopping up on the roof, I mean, the largest hits that I saw in any of the soft metals were 1/2 inch in diameter. The roof's old, it's actively leaking. I don't really see a reason why this would be something worth pursuing with the insurance carrier. So I'll provide the customer with a detailed retail estimate in order to replace the roof, let them know what my findings are, and then we'll just go from there. I don't suspect that this will be a job that I earn, but transparency is the name of the game. So I'll do what needs to be done on my end and see what we can do from there. But I'll get this uploaded tonight and am looking forward to sharing all this great content with you guys, hopefully middle to late next week, based on how quickly I can get everything edited and put together in a professional manner. So I'll keep the content coming. Ton of great inspections today, 3 agreements that were made, so we should get 3 roof jobs out of it. And I've got 6 scheduled for tomorrow, and just based on where I'm going tomorrow, it looks like I should go 6 for 6 on agreements tomorrow. So I'll keep you guys updated. I'll get this one uploaded. I'll get to work on the next video, and we'll go from there.